What's going on, guys? TalkAstonVilla here, bringing the match review for the Aston Villa versus Liverpool game that finishing 2-2 at Anfield. Yeah, 2-2 at Anfield. Villa get a point. We carried possession. What the hell? Sorry for the language, but I didn't expect that whatsoever. Of course, it's been a bit of a hunting ground Anfield has for Villa in the last few seasons, and after the amazing season so far that Villa really, or not Villa, Liverpool have really had, it's been I was kind of shocking in my opinion. Everybody played so well. We had the majority possession. We played great attacking football. No, it wasn't just counter-attacking. It was counter-attacking at some points, but we carried possession. We played around in their half, played around in our half, was calm, collective, and we had a 2-0 lead at one point. Yeah, they scored two and came back, and it was a draw, but wow, that was one hell of a game in my opinion. Anyways, I went right to Twitter at TalkAstonVilla, asked you guys your thoughts, and you guys are amazing. You guys went. This is probably the most tweets I've ever got. It was absolutely nuts. I'm not going to read all of them today, but I will give you some of the ones that relate best. We have Josh Woodall saying, I'm really happy with how Villa played today. We showed desire with some great chances, deserved the win, but a good point indeed. It was really a good point. It was something I'd be extremely happy with. This puts Villa in 10th place. Very positive. It was a point that was needed. Yes, 3 points would have been better, but that gives us some momentum, gets us further away from the relegation zone, and that's what we need indeed. And it was just an overall positive. Everyone played well today, and I'll get to that in a bit, but we'll move on to the next comment. We have from, let's see here, Bradley underscore D7 saying brutal 4 minutes of extra time. Don't know how I didn't have a heart attack. Class in first half, shame. Couldn't carry it into second. A good point. I guess to some extent, the 4 minutes of extra time I didn't really bother with. It's just kind of the thing. No one's probably going to grab the point, and you know what? It was obvious that both kind of teams are going to get a point at that point, to my opinion. Same point a lot, of course. Other things to go on that second half. I thought it was a good second half mutually. Yeah, they scored. Was it a penalty, guys? Leave it in the comments. At the end of the day, they got a penalty. They scored. It was a draw. They're not going to call it back now. Of course, it's too late. And it's something to move on. We got a point, whatever. Look at other replays. Of course, he didn't touch him, but his momentum almost went through him. Yeah, that kind of caused him to chase his course. Was he exactly on the ball at that point? I don't know, but whatever happened, it's over with. Let's move on. But leave in the comments whatever you think about the penalty. Next comment we have from Charlie Potter says, Holt is beast. Let's go into Grant Holt. I'll have two kind of steps about this, which I'll talk about maybe later. Holt today, I didn't expect much from him, but he played so well. That calming midfielder, they're not midfielder, striker, sorry, that just gave that game a little bit more than what I thought. Yes, he kind of came on for Igbon Lahore, slowed it down a little bit. Maybe Igbon Lahore would have gave some more opportunities, but Holt did what he's expected. He gave a lot of experience. He held the ball well. He kind of calmed down the game. Yeah, he could have shot twice, but I don't really think he wanted to screw up. He really is, we signed what we got. Someone that's going to be a hassle in the box, create opportunities in the box, just be right in front of the keeper, nitty-gritty, hard grind, nose to the grindstone, and that's what he did. Yeah, he didn't score, get an assist, played on both sides of the field, or the pitch, sorry, and he did very well in my opinion today, and I have no regrets in signing him now. Next comment, let's go on to Tony Nash. I'll read these really quickly now. Great performance and need to keep that up. Holt did well, but missed Gabby's pace. Bertrand looks class act. Quick thing from that, Ryan Bertrand, sign that kid up. Try to get him permanently because that is the kind of young talent we want, and that's what I want to see. He is immense. Let's go on to the next one. Tom Joyce's great performance by Villa first half. Good that Mateke scored again. Good point for us. Midfield isn't good enough. The midfield is all right. Delph played all right. Westwood had a good shot right at Mignolet. Didn't really test him. Didn't have the strongest game. Kareem El Ahmadi, if I pronounced that right, played fairly well. I think he was probably the best midfielder in my opinion. Last comment we have again by Tony Nash saying, I thought the midfield did well. I am one of the biggest Kareem El Ahmadi critics, but he did well today, backing up my point, and he did. It's a very happy point in my opinion. It's something we can build off of with West Brom among others to come up next. some testing games to come up. Can we grab points? After this game, I think anything's possible. This is the kind of football that Villa fans want to see. Not just counter-attacking, defend, 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 counter-attacking, defend, 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 counter-attack. They want to see possession, pass it around, some nice, like almost like Arsenal play. I'm a big fan of watching Arsenal play and the way they play, especially. And that's the kind of thing that I think we played today. We were very calm. Defense were very calm, in my opinion, thank God. And we really were able to shut down Suarez, and that gives me confidence for any other striker. Um, and who knows what's going to happen. But I'm going to stay optimistic. I think we can finish anywhere between 8th or 12th. But anyways, guys, that has been the review for the Aston Villa versus Liverpool game. Leave your thoughts in the comments on everything. Just go hard, write paragraphs, essays, whatever you want to do. Share this around with your friends, like, comment, and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys later. Ta-da.